Your music is very romantic. What single relationship has had the most impact upon the music that you make, do you think? What woman?
What woman? Well, I talk about a woman in a song on my album called Look What You've Done. Her name is Nebby. And that was probably my happiest time ever in a relationship. I've had other interactions with women, but that was the happiest time I've ever had because I felt like she was someone I was in love with, but she was my friend, you know, and we laughed together and we spent a lot of great times together. We loved each other's families, and I still love her very much, and her sister and her mother and everybody. But
can you be friends with her after that love?
In time, not right now.
Yeah.
We're not talking right now, but in time, I'm sure. I mean, I can't stop loving her, you know. So yeah, in due time.
How do you know when you're in love?
For me, it's a time thing. It's like the feeling just doesn't go away. I'm one of those people where I become uninterested very quickly because my whole life is about chasing what's next. So we're sitting here talking about Take Care and how successful it is, but I could care less because I have another album to make, and I don't want to relish in my own success. I think about the next thing, and unfortunately, that theory is so relevant in my life that it bleeds into my love life. So I can get a woman that I wanted, and for some reason I'll find something wrong and I'll start thinking about the next step. And when you're in love, you just don't think about the next step because you feel comfortable where you're at.
So is music or love more important because you're pursuing your music and therefore love has to come second?
Right now music, it comes before anything, and I think that's why I'm single, is because I think every woman that's ever been in my life knows that. So it's hard for them to get into a situation with me knowing that they're going to be second at this current time in my life.
So when you're sitting down to write the new material, trying to keep yourself inspired, and things are kind of difficult on that level you were speaking about before, that's what kind of like fuels you to continue writing. What's going to happen when that stops? When you do find that person, is the music going to change? Is it going to stop being less rap and more?
I don't know. I mean, I think that I personally think that when I find that person and when it's established that we're going to enter like a serious relationship, I mean, I don't even know if I'll still be making rap music. You know, I don't know how long I necessarily want to make rap music for. You know, there's artists that are 35 and up, you know, that still make rap, and it still works for them. I don't know if I'll be that guy. You know, a lot of my music is about being young and figuring it all out. So I don't know if I can still make my brand of music when I'm up there, and maybe I'll just be acting or whatever it is.
Yeah,
but
can you see yourself going back to acting?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you know, that's really what my plan is to make as much music as I can until a story from Drake just doesn't impact you the way it used to, and then I guess I'll find my way somewhere else.
And if you were to write an autobiography and then cast someone to play you in a film, who could you imagine that would be?
Who would play me? Well, they have to kind of look like me, right?
Yeah, that would help.
I don't know. That's a good question. I can't think of anybody that looks like me that I'd want to play.
Okay, so like looks aside, but someone who's kind of personality and talent you admire.
If they could like make Ryan Gosling's face into
Really?
my face. Yeah, I like Ryan. I like him as an actor. I watch all his movies, and he's Canadian, and like I just like his swag. You know, he's cool. I read his interviews and stuff. You know, I'm a fan of his. Big fan. You know. Big fan of
What film has had the greatest impact upon you as a person?
His?
No, of just any film. If
Oh,
I guess your favourite film.
Man, that's tough. Probably like Mo Better Blues. It's a Denzel Washington film about jazz music.
Okay.
Spike Lee directed. Yeah, just the relationships in that film and his struggle as a musician, just kind of trying to find his way through life. Incredible. One of my favorite movies.
Why did you decide to pursue the music over the acting?
I felt like acting, you're like so dependent on so much other stuff that you don't control, and I don't like that. Like, it's like, first of all, they have to write a movie for you that you can even be in, and then you've got to go to an audition, and you've got to land the audition, and then maybe the director or the film doesn't even have the money to do it, and before you even get on set and get to do what you love, you've got to wait for so many other people to get their shit together. I didn't like it. Music, I go to the studio, I record the song. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's how music is. And I liked that formula way better than like depending on other people. I don't like it. Acting just seems, it's like way more luck. It's like you need luck to be on your side. You know, music, I feel like if you're talented and you're driven, I feel like it's a bit more clear cut on how you can succeed. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How involved with you are your music videos in terms of like the direction and the narratives?
Well, this album, more than ever before, I used to leave it in other people's hands for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe I just didn't have the confidence in myself, or I'd be like, oh, well, I do music. I'm not a visual person. So I would leave it. And what happened was I had some great ones, and I had some that just didn't really fit the music because it wasn't my vision. Mm-hmm. I feel like people can sense that when it's someone else's vision, your music, and it doesn't work. So this album, starting with Marvin's Room, and then going to headlines, I like had full control. I did it with my friends. We shot it all on 35 millimeter film. And then Take Care, again, I had a big say in it, which is, I think it should be out tonight or tomorrow. And then Hell Yeah Fucking Right, which we just shot the other day. I would like, you know, I did it with Director X, who's you know, obviously like one of the biggest rap music video directors ever, and he's from Toronto, which I was very proud of. But I mean, we essentially directed that video together. You know, I mean, he gave me so much creative control, and I did it exactly how I wanted it. And I said to myself when I was walking, and Wayne texted me, and he was, or well, Mac texted me, and he said that him and Wayne never had that much fun on a video set. You know, before we had a blast. Like, I mean, we tore up stuff and flipped over tables, and it was crazy. I say that to say that I will never let anyone else like take my control from me. So from now on, I'm gonna just do my own thing and write my own treatments. Hell Yeah Fucking Right was the first time I ever wrote my own treatment too. So and headline.
So when you watch your music videos back and you watch your performances back, can you enjoy it, or are you so self-critical that it's a bit?
I enjoy it when it's right. Like, I love watching headlines and seeing myself in the Sky Dome with the roof going back. Like, that's like childhood dream shit. You know, it's like, we always used to talk about like living in Toronto. You know, Sky Dome is our stadium. So they always used to be this rumor that it costs them like, oh, it costs $50,000 every time they open the roof. You know, that used to be like our childhood talk. And I mean, it really does almost cost that. Not that much, but a little less than that. So for my video, I was like, I'm going to stand in the middle of the stadium while it's empty, and I'm going to open the roof just for the video. Because, you know, so it's kind of
How much
cool.
was it?
It's like 20, 28,000, 30,000, something like that.
We're going to need to wrap it up now.
Okay.
So we need to get out of this.
Sure. So what do you look forward to doing when you come to London? What are some of the places you like to visit? And what's like the clothes shops?
I love going to Selfridges. Love Harrods. I just went to Supreme. They just opened up out here. What's our club that we go to with the tall drinks, where all the footballers go? Whiskey Miss. I like going to Whiskey Mist.
I
Is
can't
that
afford a
bad?
single drink there.
Huh?
I can't afford a single drink there.
Oh. Well, yeah, I like going to Whiskey Mist like that.